Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki. I am a second year homeschool mom to an only child who is in the first grade. Today in this video, I really want to talk homeschool and I really want to get down and dirty and kind of just share how I plan, how I kind of reverse plan, so to say, and record keep, and oh my gosh, all the things. So if you're thinking of homeschooling or you need a way to organize your homeschool year, then keep on watching. All right, so this is going to be a two-part video, and this is going to be part 2. So if you didn't see part 1, I will link that somewhere over here. Part 1 was basically just me talking to you and giving you all the information surrounding homeschooling, and if it's something that you're thinking of doing for the next school year, and just my experience with it. And so this part 2 is how I plan and prep and record keep and all of the things that have to do with the legality of homeschool. So let's first start out with, if you are thinking of homeschooling or you are already sort of in the works of getting that ready for your next year, or even just still in that mindset where you really want to but you're still on the fence, I just want to tell you, go to, I believe it's the HSLDA website. I will have that linked in the description box here, and I'll show you right here a little preview of what the website looks like and the breakdown and where you can find what I'm about to talk to you about. So in every state, the laws vary. You can have a very relaxed state, or you could have a very strict state as far as law. In Illinois, where I live, our state is very relaxed. So I did not need to have to withdraw my daughter from any school. I didn't have to write a letter. I didn't have to prove anything. Like, basically I just said, hey, we're homeschooling, and I don't even think I had to do that. So granted, this was just for kindergarten when we started to homeschool, but it could have been any grade. I just had to inform the school she was not coming back. In the state of Illinois, there are no requirements as far as record keeping. I do not have to keep anything. She does not have to test, and the only basic requirement is that I have to follow the Illinois Board of Education's guidelines as far as subjects that should be taught in first grade, which is our year this year. So every year I glance at the website, I glance over the things that need to be taught within the year, and that's it. I don't have to do anything. So for some states, you may be required, if your kid is in public school or any type of traditional school, to have a withdrawal letter, and it may require you to record keep. It may require you to school a certain amount of hours and days in the school year. So all of this information is going to be on that HSLDA website. And if you become a member of the website, I do believe that it does give you representatives in your state who can help fight for you, shall you need to do that for any reason. Don't quote me though, but because I have not become a member, because I didn't find it to be necessary for us at this time. But please, by all means, browse the website. There are tons and tons of articles and information on there and everything you need to know regarding homeschool. With that being said, because our state is so relaxed, that worries me. Due to the popularity of homeschool these days, it does make me weary to just not do anything to prove that we homeschool. So I'm going to tell you what I do. Again, this is not technically required by my state, but I think it's a great idea to do it anyway. I think it's not saying you have to keep all the things and do all the things to perfectionism, but I want some type of log of what my kid did for that year, so that if anyone did decide to come knocking at my door, I have something to show them. So this is what I did. So for kindergarten year, I bought this book off of Amazon, and I know this is backwards. I apologize. It is the teacher plan book off Amazon, and it's super simple. Literally, you write the date. It has the day of the week, Monday through Friday. It has a note section, and then it has your subject lines, and it is two-sided, so as much as you can fit. It is huge, and I do feel like you can fit a lot in here. So I do not plan my year very much. I let the open and go curriculum sort of choose for me. Hold on, let me just talk about the planning part, or reverse planning. So I started out the year thinking I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first year last year, and I had no clue what I was doing. So I had gotten and I wrote all these lesson plans down, and we didn't do a single thing that I had said we were going to do. Or we would do one or two things, and then it would get pushed the next day, and then the next day, and then sometimes it just didn't happen, or it ended up adding more stress onto my life. So I decided to do reverse planning, which is basically I have a guideline of what I know we're going to roundabout do, or say subject, and I know we have to do 2 lessons, say, that day, period. I will then write down at the end of the day what we did. So I did, this says, reading lesson 9, reading lesson 38 plus the bonus, whatever the bonus was, or math lesson 40, CK words and sounds, and then I would do we did explode the code, we did an Apple activity and a craft. I wanted to document what we did, but I didn't want the stress of having to go off of some formalized plan. Now, if that's your thing and you're great at that, by all means, plan the right way. Or, forward, I reverse plan. So that worked for me last year, and honestly, I probably would have purchased another book, but somebody somewhere recommended this planner, and it is a beautiful planner. This is the Family Nest Homeschool Planner for the 2021-2022 year. This is a beautiful planner. It is thick. It's laminated. It's beautiful. It has a verse of the year, a word of the year, your why. There's so many things to this book, and I can flip the camera around or insert a clip here of a quick flip through. Now, I loved it. It is very aesthetically pleasing, and I did write a lot in the calendar portion of this. But honestly, if I'm being honest, I am not a planner. I'm just not. And even for reverse planning, I didn't think to add that to this book, and so it just kind of got out of the habit. So even this year, I did not write down what we did on each day. I should have, but I just didn't. And then by the time I figured I should, it was already like December, and I'm like, well, just forget it now. Like, so I do plan to do that again this year, this next school year for second grade. But I just wanted to quickly show you, they have plenty of room here, and you can divide this up any way you want. I mean, instead of by day, you could have for each, like, so you have by day at the top, and then you could have for each child or each subject, however you want to break that up. It has a note section. I will insert some footage here of the planner. I think it's an amazing planner. Do not get me wrong. It was a little on the pricier side from what I'm used to paying for a plan. Like, this was like $5 off Amazon. If you don't need something fancy or spectacular that has lots of like room and, you know, has a calendar and stuff in here, $5 on Amazon. This, I want to say, I don't quote me, but I want to say it was close to $40. I don't know that I will be repurchasing it, and it's not because it's not beautiful and wonderful. I just didn't use it to its full potential, and I do like how everything is all in one. I will say that. I have my calendar where I have our appointments and stuff jotted in the calendar portion of it, but maybe I could get everything in here. Like, I mean, in the beginning, I'm not a planner. I don't know why I have like 5 of them. I literally just threw out 2 that I know are no good no more, and no, were never used. Anyway, besides the point, I think it's a great idea to have. Now, I've shown these a couple times in my previous videos, but here it is again. I also have a sheet of this that I print out every school year, and I believe you can get this from Calendarpedia, and it's just a split year. So it starts from July and it goes to June. And I highlight every single day we school. So when we get down here, that's the first thing I do. I take out my nifty highlighter pen and I highlight the day that we're schooling that day. If we did not school, I do nothing. So as you can see, you know, we started in July, but we have several days where we have either been doing something, sick, whatever it is, that we did not school. And as you can see, all of December we did not school, and we started back fully in January. And we did not school wherever November, yeah, so like the end of November here either. So we're actually almost done, but this is partly what I do to record keep as far as days. I also have this laminated printed sheet of just 180 school days. Now, again, you may not need this, but this is just for me to get a visual of like how many days we're at. So we're at 111 days of school, but we're almost done. We are not going to school 180 days. And I say that loosely because even on here, I have no Friday highlighted. Fridays are completely not highlighted because it's our fun day. So even though that's not our formal school day. If someone wanted to come to my door, I might quickly add in some fun Friday day or a different color to show that that was a different type of thing, whether that be a field trip. I think this planner would be good for that, to document all the field trips you go on or all the fun places you go to visit, or whether you're in a co-op or a group or any of those things. I just think that because your state says you don't need to do it, I do it just to be safe. So this is one way that I also organize all of her stuff. So this was from her kindergarten year, and I think I have 2 of these. I don't know that I love this. You can buy these at the Dollar Tree, I believe. But I just took like all of her best work for the year and like put it in this folder. And since it was her first year, I probably took a lot more than just her best work. But I can probably go through that again and further weed out some of the things. So what I would do is I would take this, I would take this, I would take this, and put it in a box. And that way I know I've done everything I can to prove my daughter had her kindergarten year or first grade year. There are fancier ways of doing this. I've seen people have actual portfolios. I've seen people do binders. And I may switch to a binder because I feel like that will be a better option. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of ways to record keep. And like I said, please go on that website and see if your state and what your requirements are in your state. But I'm just stating that even if there are very loose requirements, because the state of the world, because of the popularity, I don't think it's a bad idea to just have some proof. I can also toss in, when we are done, I keep all of her curriculum books. So like say when we're done with a curriculum book, that will also go in that year's bin. So essentially the bin could be probably, I don't know, like this size or something, from like Michael's. You don't even need like the top portion. But say like this is, you know, your bin, and if you homeschool your kid through high school, then you'd have, you know, 8 years of, you know, K through 8, and then, you know, high school if you decide to do high school for them. So just saying, find a place if you don't have a ton of storage in your home. I recommend doing it as best as you can. And even if you don't save all of it, to really have something like this that you can put away for each year. Under the bed, anywhere you can find the room to save it. So this was my reverse planning and record keeping and what I do per year for my kid, and some of the things that I have ideas for next year, like a binder and such. But I will have everything linked below in the description box, as well as the Family Nest Planner and the teacher plan book that I got off Amazon. I will have everything linked below for you. If you have any questions or want to further chat homeschool, I just cleared things up for you. So that is it. This concludes today's video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. Bye.